Exercise 1.4 Problem 11 Solution. State whether the following graphs represent a function. Give reason for your answer. So, the 5 graphs are here and it's y is a function of x, right? So, y is a function of x. And what's our definition? Then, in which case, for every value of x, there must be a distinct value of y, right? So, you cannot have two values of x giving you one value of y. So, a vertical test, if you draw a vertical line on this graph and if it cuts only at one point, as in this case, so what does it mean? For this value of x, you have this much, this is the value of y, right? So, it's what happens? It's a distinct value or a unique value, right? So, in this case, it's a function. Same, say here, this is your x value, right? It cuts here, right? So, this is the thing. So, this is your x value and this is your y value, right? So, what happens? Again, for one value of y, x, you have only one value of y. But come to this case, so for this value of x, you have two values of y. It is this point as well as this point. So, in this case, it is not a function because as per function, what happens? For every value of x, there must be only one value of y. Here you have two values of y. So, therefore, this is not a function. So, the key is, if you use a vertical line test and if you draw a vertical line in any of these graphs and if it cuts more than one point, it is not a function. If it cuts only at one point, it is a function. So, in this case also, this is not a function because it's cutting at 2 points. In this case also, it is a function because the vertical line cuts only, this is a function, right? It's a constant function. So, the vertical line cuts only at this particular point. So, there's only one point it intersects. Okay. So, using vertical line test, we conclude that this is a function and this is a function and this is a function. Whereas, these two are not functions because they are cutting it more than one point. So, here it cuts and it cuts here, right? So, that is the way we will have to work. So, vertical line test is the key test if you are given the function in a graphical form. In this case, the function can be given in many ways. It can be given an ordered pair, it can be given as a table, it can be given an arrow diagram, it can be given as a graph also. So, whenever they give you a graph, so you check, you apply your vertical line test and accordingly you can find out whether it's a function or not. If the vertical line drawn on a graph cuts more than one point, it is not a function. It has to cut only at one point, then in that case it is a function. So, that is what is explained here. Okay. So, I hope it's clear. Thanks for watching this video.